No matter how good the Monster Hunter games are, or how good they will be in the future, none of them are perfect. And because they are not perfect, there will always be things people can pick out no matter how small. This is what's known as a nitpick. Now when I say nitpick, I don't mean things like, why can't I beat this monster? Or why am I having the worst luck getting this Rathalos ruby? Those aren't nitpicks, those are just inconveniences, or as some would put it, first world problems. An example of a nitpick would be something like this. Why do all the characters have no real names? Couldn't their parents come up with anything better? Now before we start the video, I'd like to mention that I'm primarily a PC player and only play Monster Hunter World on PC. This means I won't be able to access the PC version of Iceborne until January. This also means I'm doing the best I can to avoid any and all spoilers so I can enjoy the expansion to its fullest. So please do not put spoilers in the comments. It's also apparent that people don't know that I have a Twitter account. On my Twitter page, I keep you guys up to date on my latest videos before I post them. And I also put polls for video ideas that I have that you'd like to see. You can check out my Twitter in the description of this video. With that out of the way, I am ReaverJolt, and here are the 50 nitpicks of Monster Hunter. How can you catch a grandfather mantigrole when it looks too big for your capture net? How can you fall from extremely high places and not take any fall damage? How come elder dragons don't attack unless provoked? Why do hyper monsters and tempered monsters exist? Sure, they're more challenging, but they just feel out of place. Why does Zitsuyaku sound like a chicken sometimes? Why is Ignactor not an obtainable monstie in Monster Hunter stories? Why does the insect glaive in Monster Hunter World have to deal the most damage when on the ground when it was specifically designed for the air? Why are some Monster Hunter games exclusive to Japan and only one exclusive to China? Why does Kezu exist? How can hunters carry these huge weapons? Realistically, they'd be over 1,000 pounds, more than the average human being can hold. Why haven't some memorable monsters returned yet, like Dire Morales or Dalamadur? What's the Ace Cadet doing in the New World? Did the Ace team fire him or something? How is the Handler still alive? Why are monster names mentioned in games they aren't even in?
Jumpin' jaggies! Jumpin' jaggies!
Why is Glavenus the only Fated 4 member to be in Iceborne? Why do some of the weapon designs in Monster Hunter World get complete designs and the rest of the weapons don't? Why does a random voice compliment your food every time you cook meat?
So tasty!
Where's that voice even coming from? Why do we have arc-tempered monsters? Wouldn't it have made sense to have subspecies or variants instead? Why is Lunastra harder than Teostra? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Why does Naviru talk for you in Monster Hunter stories? It just makes him an annoying sidekick. Why does the handler never thank you for saving her life?
Hey, look.
Which came first, the Yankaku or the egg? How come after all this time, Rathalos, the mascot of the entire franchise, does not have his own theme song? Why are most Monster Hunter content creators so underrated? Why is there not enough family-friendly Monster Hunter channels? How can anyone survive in the Rotten Vale? The effluvia would suffocate you. How can you stand on lava and not melt? Why does Nergigante's dive bomb still have that overpowered hitbox? Shouldn't they have fixed that by now? Why don't we see Deviljho have turf wars with elder dragons? I'm pretty sure he can rival their strength. Why is the expansion called Iceborne when it consists of more than just ice? Shouldn't it be called Monster Hunter World Ultimate? Why is there no official pronunciations for monster names? How are monster populations unchanged when we as hunters and possibly Deviljho hunt them to extinction on a regular basis? Why don't we have enclosures for our endemic life except fish? Wouldn't they just poop everywhere? Why do we PC players have to wait almost half a year for Iceborne to release? Console players should be grateful. How are these hublasses still standing? Don't they have to sit down at some point? How is the handler not fat? She eats too much food. How is this character more than 300 years old?
If only I could live another 300 years. 300 years.
300 years.
Why is everything you need so far apart in Astera, and the smithy not in the gathering hub? How come we don't see Cha-Cha and Kayamba anymore? They were great in the 3rd gen. How are Akantor and Ukanlos not Elder Dragons? I mean, yeah, they share the same skeleton as Tigrex, but come on! Why is Zamtrios not an Iceborne? Why is Gameth not an Iceborne? Why is there a certain limit to carving a monster? Shouldn't you be able to just get everything you need from the monster you just hunted? Why did the commanders think it was a good idea to try and capture an Elder Dragon? Why is Teostra's theme a meme? Why don't we have the serious handler instead of the handler? Why do cats in Monster Hunter work for you, when in real life you work for them? Why is the Meowscular Chef the only fit feline, and the Gourmet Chef from the Generations games the only fat feline? And finally, why is the franchise name Monster Hunter, when most Elder Dragons are epic battles and sieges in one area as opposed to hunts in separate areas? An epic battle isn't a hunt, a siege isn't a hunt. What were they on when they named the franchise? And that's the 50 nitpicks in Monster Hunter. Let me know in the comments what your nitpicks are in Monster Hunter. This list is my own opinion. If you think I was nitpicking a little too much, I did my job. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see more like this, consider liking the video. And consider subscribing and turning on the bell to keep up with my uploads. As always, be kind to one another and have a most wonderful day.